yesterday. I didn't watch anime for the rest of the day.
Damn, really?
Yeah. After that episode, I was like,
Nope. Fuck this shit.
uh,
Fuck this place.
dude, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Beach episode podcast. Is your host Chunky Cat, also with the other host, Tripitas.
What's going on?
Oh my God. Um, where we left off last time, we were both 3 episodes into Girlfriend and Uzaki Chan. We've now watched 4 and 5 of each show. What do you want to start off first?
We should probably start off with Rent a Girlfriend because I think we were both pretty much on the same page with that one.
Okay, so episode 4. So I guess to backtrack, on 3, it was an actual beach episode where the main character is still choosing between Mami-chan and Chizuru.
Mommy being the ex.
Yeah, Mami being the ex and Chizuru being the rent-a-girl. And on episode 3, I was kind of confused because I was just like, why is he still in love with the rent-a-girlfriend? Like, he's literally paying her thousands and thousands of dollars in yen.
Why is he still in love? Wait.
I felt like he was just in love with the girl, like from right off the bat, right?
Okay, that's alright. Now I gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know because I think like he was like wanting to like her, but then like I think he had the same thought that we probably had. Like, dude, you're just renting her.
Yeah.
Like, you're just paying out money. And so he's like trying not to like I guess fall into a really bad situation, which he already is in a really bad situation.
Mm. Yeah, so the ending towards that episode is that like Mami-chan she loses her bracelet in like hyphen, you know. And so they go try to look for the bracelet, and then Mami-chan kind of expresses her feelings again, right? She's like, "Yo, like I still can't, like I haven't gotten a boyfriend because I can't get over you, right? Some shit like that."
No, I think she's just playing him.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't think that's what it is. I think it's like I can't just be outdone by a different girl.
Yeah, she was hella mad when she saw the boob difference also.
That scene was great, man. It was pretty clever how she like when she like jumped up, she like zipped up her shirt at the same time. I thought
Yeah,
that was a pretty good way to do it.
that was nice. That was a pretty good indication that she was just like, fuck, I really can't compete with her in some areas. It's just like, yep, yep, totally true, Mommy-chan. Good call.
Yeah, that scene got me pretty good.
And then
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Don't you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, and then episode 4, kind of switches it up. There is a fight between Kazuya, the main character, and his best friend Kibe. Just because Kibe kind of sniffs out that Kazuya is like, I love Mami-chan, and he's not really thinking with his head. But also, on the other hand, Kazuya is just like, well, fuck Kibe, you don't really know my, situation. But Kibe still whoops his ass, which was kind of cool. Like, the main character needed it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of interesting that they like actually called that out because I think like in a lot of shows they would like kind of leave something like that alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice for once for like the main character to kind of get called out on his bullshit. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, you still like really like your ex and whatnot, but like the thing I don't get, man, you were dating for only a month. Like I don't know.
Yeah. That's the other part that I keep forgetting is that like him and Mami-chan only dated a month, and that makes no fucking sense to me. On how like how hooked he is on her.
I mean, I think the assumption we could make is just like that's his first girl, and like I don't know, you always kind of remember the first one.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, I just what was it? Was that episode? I think it was episode 3. That main dude didn't stand up for Chizuru at all, and he was just taking the ass whooping Mommy was giving him around all those people.
Second episode. That was towards the
That
end.
was the second episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they're in the bar, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Towards second episode, yes. Man,
I was like, damn, dude, are you really just gonna sit there and just take that shit? Like, what? Come on, man.
yeah, it
You're
was,
better than that,
it was,
right?
yeah. And then Chizuru had to stand up for him, and then he ended up like standing up for Mami-chan, right? If I'm not correct, towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, everything you said about me was completely right. Like, and she was basically just calling him like super creepy and shit, or like he kept trying to do these things. It's like trying to hold my hand all the time, or like some other thing. I can't exactly remember what it was off the top of my head because this was a couple weeks ago now. But like, I'm like, damn, you really just called old boy out like that? And then him just sitting there, just taking the ass whooping. Like, come on, man, you're better than that. I think.
He kind like I guess he kind of redeemed himself in episode 4. When after the fight, like he was kind of like saying like you don't really know shit about my situation, blah 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 blah. Like yo, you actually stood up for yourself, man. Congrats. But then him and Kiba like they left. Chizuru is like yo, thanks for standing up for yourself, but we need to end this shit. And that's also a weird point in the show for me is that like they always try to end it, but then like they still find a way to like not end it.
Yeah, it's the cliches that just like keep popping up. Oh, well, we're now on a hot springs trip, like this episode with with the two families. Because Kazuya's grandma invites Chizuru's grandma, and then Chizuru is tagged along, and now they have to spend the night in the same room, and there was like some kind of like silly cliches like that.
Yeah. Oh
I,
my
I
god.
I don't know. I think the fact that the grandma keeps like, man, those grandmas are fucked up.
Yeah,
they're
they
they're
are
like
weird, dude. Oh my
they're
god.
like all in. Yeah, you two can go ahead and bang. Like, wait, what?
Y'all are both virgins. Y'all need to get this out of your systems. It's like, oh no.
Like, please, we're not going there, are we?
Well, I mean, like 10 minutes before that scene, they went there.
Yeah, they did.
There has been a couple scenes in anime where I'm just not really a fan of. One being the Griffith and oh man, what's her name?
Casca.
Casca. That scene, that wasn't a really great scene for me to watch. I can't remember any other scenes at the top of my head, but just scenes that you kind of want to fast forward. And
Like, no, 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 I can't do this.
yeah,
I don't know. That 3 minute montage of old boy beating his meat was one I was really close to just like
I almost stopped
skipping
watching the show.
through.
I almost stopped watching the show. I was gonna tell you let's just find another show. Tell the viewers we switch.
Oh, fuck this place. Fuck this shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Um,
that was really cringy too. Like the whole time he's like thinking of mommy, and then realizes at the end of that little whatever the hell you want to call it, he's like, oh, but I actually love Chizuru.
just say climax. I mean, it's literally the climax of the scene.
Uh, it's a little too weird for me.
uh, so I guess to build up to the 3 minute beating my meat scene. Um, so after the fight, Chizuru and Kazuya, they both talk it out. They're like, okay, we're both gonna end it. So Chizuru's like on his own path to go do his own shit. Chizuru is in her bikini and can't find any of her clothes. Kibe shows up behind her and's like, yo, let's talk. Kibe then proceeds to tell Chizuru how much of a dumbass Kazuya is most of the time and how much creepy he is. But also, he's really persistent and is a good guy no matter what. Leading,
Well, yeah, which is kind of shown because like she was like sick or something, and she falls off the ferry
yeah. So
that they're on.
yeah. So Kibe gives him 2 tickets to go to the ferry, like Adam was saying. And so Chizuru and Kazuya go as a last act of saying, "Hey, we're not going to be together anymore. We're just going to do this, and we're going to break up after this ferry ride." Chizuru is sick, as indicating earlier in the episode of like 4. She was coughing and had like a little bit of a fever, I think, on one of the scenes, but didn't tell anybody. Kazuya's like, well, fuck. Mommy just called me. Give me a second. Mommy's like, yo, come through. Like, here in a second. Kazuya's like, I'm down. Chizuru falls off the ferry, like Adam is saying, and then leads to the new episode where Kazuya saves her, and then I guess he's at his house when he begins to think about Mommy-chan because he was looking through her photos,
Yeah.
and
And
then
that's when that whole thing starts. Ugh.
and then proceeds to be a 3-minute scene of this dude jacking off.
It should be noted that they like don't really show anything, but it's still weird.
It's okay. It's kind of like the same thing with the Evangelion when what's the boy's
Ava was a lot worse in that regard.
Shinji, man. That scene with Shinji was also that was weird when he was blowing a load.
Ugh, no, we're not talking about that one. Nope, moving on.
Oh man. So moving on from the beating my meat scene, Kazuya ends up finding out that he's actually in love with Chizuru, and then we go to the hot spring episode, or I guess towards the end.
Yeah, which we like, I guess got backwards because we talked about that one first.
Yeah. Well, oh well. You know, I don't think this podcast is ever going to be like in chronological order sometimes.
No, probably not.
Nah.
But I guess like the question is like, where do you think it's gonna go from here?
Because the ending scene was them like just cheering like, "Yo, we're just gonna enjoy this, right?" And then they were gonna sleep in the same room.
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh, well, what's the problem?"
Yeah.
Which was not really what I was expecting, to be completely honest. There.
Same. I thought she was just gonna be like, "Yo, let's just get this shit over with." But I feel like Kazuya's grandma, which her name is Nagomi. I have it. You can't see it, but I'm screen sharing for the stream. The grandma's name for Kazuya's is Nagomi, and then Chizuru's grandma's name is Saori. If I can say it, I don't know if I said that name right. And fun fact, the voice actress for the grandma also has the same first name as the grandma, which is funny. Where I think it goes, I honestly think that it's gonna go somewhere until the new girl shows up, until both new girls show up.
Yeah, I like that. Well, the preview for the next episode, episode 6, like it looks like it showed like the next girl is gonna make an appearance probably near the end of the episode. Would be like,
You said Ruka, right?
yeah, Ruka.
The assertive little idol sister, right?
Shut the fuck up.
It's too early to tell the podcast.
No, we're not discussing that right now, Steven.
Sorry, Adam. But yes, Ruka should be showing up. It says supporting, so I feel like you think she's gonna like do anything. I don't think Mommy-chan's kind of out of the picture if you think about it, because like after that scene, he's like mommy, and then like she just like rolls up the window.
She's just like, nope, I don't know. I think she's gonna be like meddling the entire show, but I think there's gonna be like some sort of competition with the girls. But it's really hard to say because like usually I think this early they normally don't go, oh yeah, I love this girl. So I think it'll be a matter of like, can he just like get Chizuru to like get the same feelings, which, you know, I think will probably end up happening, but I would hope there's like actually some kind of competition.
So you think Chizuru might just be the girl in the end? That's how I feel. I feel like this anime is kind of like easy to project, unless these next two characters are like better, you know? Because the grandmas are friends. Kazuya's grandma loves Chizuru. You know, Kazuya has like somewhat of a chance, I feel like, after this episode to grab Chizuru. You know? But I guess we'll have to see because Sumi and Ruka do seem somewhat, and Ruka is pretty persistent from what we've seen from trailers that we both seen from each other.
Yeah, so I mean, I think like character design alone, like she was gonna be my pick, so I hope they make it interesting.
I like Sumi's design, but I feel like Chizuru right now is like best girl. I felt like Mommy had her chance from episode 3 and 4, but then she just reinforced that she's just an asshole. But I mean, if you think about it, Kazuya is just as much as an asshole too. He's running a fucking girl, which I think is kind of weird. So
Yeah, I don't really know, like in general, like what to think about him as a character, to be completely honest. I mean, I don't really like him that much because I get why he does certain things, but I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like generally people have more common sense than,
what he does, yeah,
yeah, like, or they'd realize like, hey, mommy's a total bitch. Like, I gotta stop wasting time with this girl. And like, even if Chizuru is just a rental girlfriend, I mean, you live right next to her, you go to the same college, you might be able to make something happen there.
yeah. I don't know. He hasn't redeemed himself yet in any of the episodes. Like he's not like really any of the main characters I know of, like of any harem or just like any anime in general. Like the main character Nisekoi, he was definitely not like this. And so I don't know. To me, it's just I don't know about the main character. I like the show in general. I think the main character makes it a lot weirder though to like watch because it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has like some cringe factor to him. Well, I think the thing that like makes it even more cringy for me anyway, it's like it's not like it's a high school anime. They're in college.
Yeah,
So I think that's what makes it a little bit like not creepy, just more cringy. Some of the things he does, I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know if I could watch this if this was a high school anime and that scene came on. I would probably be like, yo, I'm not watching this anymore. Because at least they're adults.
I mean, I think it would be easier for me because at least at that point they like don't know really any better.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know.
just not. They don't have all the screws up there.
True. I think that dude's just crazy in general. So he fell in love with the 1 month girlfriend. That was way out of his league. So the
Yeah, because
score.
Mommy has a really like cool design. I think I like her design in general, like just
Yeah,
how she looks.
I think all the girls' designs are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just have to see like with their personalities and whatnot if that like improves anything. But anyway, so score thus far.
Um, my anime list gives it a 7.23. I bumped it down from a 9 just because these last couple episodes are kind of weirding me out. I kind of want to say 8, but I'm also leaning towards like a 7, like 7.5.
I'm at a dead 7,
Dead
like right
7.
now. Yeah.
I can definitely agree with you on the 7. I was gonna put it at an 8, but I was gonna ask you towards the end of this review of these episodes what you thought. I mean, do you think it can improve anymore? You think just the characters might bump it up to an 8 later on in the
I
season?
I think when the other two girls show up, it can improve, but like I think it's gonna boil down to the chemistry between them and the main character,
Yeah.
and like if he can actually like kind of be redeemable. Not like necessarily redeemable, but like not be so cringy, please. I
I
think that'll be the difficult part.
I feel for me personally that this anime rating can just go down for each episode. For me, you know.
I think the lowest I could see it, which a lot of people will say, well, what the hell, five's a bad rating, but five for me is pretty average. Like
Yeah, it's not
I
bad or
don't
it's
see
not
it. I
good.
don't see it going lower than a five. So for me, it could be like it could just be like, all right, you're just average. You're not great, but you're not terrible.
I agree with you on that. I won't give it like anywhere 4 or 3 because I genuinely like the first couple episodes. If you've made me
It
stay
would
past
have it
three
would have to
episodes,
go really downhill for me to like go lower than a 5.
well, I guess the good question is like, what do you? How many episodes do you think this thing will last? I think it's 24.
I think it's 12.
You think it's 12?
I definitely think it's 12.
You might be right, honestly.
Which would be kind of unfortunate because then I don't think it gives the other girls proper time to develop. Even though I don't think Mommy's really gonna develop anymore.
Yeah, true. I agree with you on that part. Chizuru will probably develop more. I wonder if they're gonna do it like one by one. Like Kazuya had to choose between Mami and Chizuru. He chooses Chizuru, so Mami's out the picture. Ruka comes up next, so it's gonna be Chizuru versus Ruka. Does Ruka bounce out Chizuru, or does Chizuru keep going? And then Sumi's gonna come up towards the end. So
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I think like all the girls will kind of be a factor to a degree. I just don't necessarily see like Mommy in particular really doing anything. I think she's just gonna slowly fade out.
yeah, I feel you.
Because like a character who's just a bitch only has like so much room in a show. Because like that's really all her character feels is like I'm just here to be jealous and like to be a wall.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see with this anime, honestly. We'll definitely have to see. I don't know. I have high hopes for the ending.
Yeah, I think the endings for me, as you know, are like they don't necessarily make the show, but like a good ending like makes me feel a lot better about the journey.
Yeah.
Because like no one like especially it's like one thing if you're like binge watching a show, right? And you don't have to do the week by week like what we're doing, so you don't have to get stuck on a bad episode because you can just go right to the next one.
Yeah.
So that's why like I think the ending for me on this one's gonna have to be like gonna have to be pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like the highest rating I'm going to give it this season is probably an 8. Like the 9 was just a precursor because, the first 3 episodes. I don't know. This anime, like you said, towards the end we'll we'll judge it in its
Yeah,
entirety.
I think for me it's probably gonna stay a solid 7.
Makes sense. I'll have to see because I don't know. I have to I give reading ratings week to week for myself just because there could be a really good episode and then there could be a really bad episode, and I guess towards the end I'll just figure it out. Oh well. So you want to move on to Uzaki-chan?
Yeah.
Nice. So for me, Uzaki-chan's a little different. I feel like this anime is a little more wholesome than Renner Girlfriend, or way more wholesome than Renner Girlfriend. Um,
What would your definition of wholesome be?
um, the main character is not horny.
So like just kind of like a feels good kind of show.
Yeah, it's sort of like a slice of life anime.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is a slice of life show. Like
True.
it is. I kind of thought it would be up to this point. It would be a bit more comedy based, and it feels like that it is to a degree. But I think definitely for me, I'm enjoying it more as just like a chill show.
Same. I'm not really expecting anything out of the show, but it's nice that like things are developing in the show. If it's not like at first I kind of dubbed it as like an Aho girl, but now I'm kind of seeing it as not like an Aho girl just because like characters are now developing and they're introducing more characters too. Like they introduced the male character. What's his name? Eat
I don't
Shuti.
know how to
I don't know how to
I
say
don't
his
know
name.
how to say his name properly, but
Nope.
he's a blonde dude.
Blonde dude. Cool guy. Um. Oh, people are getting this a lower rating than Rent a Girlfriend on my anime list. They're giving this a 7.05.
I mean, I believe it. I think people tend to like enjoy rom-coms, at least in I think our specific community a little bit more than other types of shows.
True. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I've tended to notice that like the rom-coms kind of dominate that more than like shonen or like shoujin anime and shit. So,
Honestly, for me, the two best characters in this show are the fucking the coffee store owner and his daughter.
yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
those
god.
two are great. No, just sit and watch. Watch what they do. Because they're like both rooting for the romance between the two main characters to happen, but they also love seeing the fuckery between them. That's what gets me, especially the main girl.
I love Uzaki, man. She's definitely she's like in category for like best girl of this year.
Ooh, I'm not gonna go there.
Hmm. I would. I
I
guess I
think
haven't
she,
seen much anime yet, so.
I think she's, she's cute, much like, you know, what Ami says. She's like this. She has this cute rabbit or this cute animal-like look,
Yeah, that
and
is
then it
true.
zooms down to her chest. No, she's the beast.
The beast.
I rolled on that one. That one got me good. Jesus Christ.
Do you think they'll end up together?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll like be during. I don't think it'll be during the anime, probably in the manga. But yeah, because it's gonna take its sweet time. What was it, episode 4 when the main dude is sick and she goes over there and takes care of him? That was a cute episode. I liked it.
Yeah, that's what I call a definition of a wholesome anime. Like it was nothing weird. It was just like someone taking care of somebody, and in the end, it was just like a happy ending. Well, she was screaming like at like 2 in the morning playing video games while the dude was trying to sleep. So I don't know. See,
Or like when they get stuck on the train. He's like, I can't move because he's all pressed against her.
oh yeah.
Like, dude, are you all right, man? I have to be zen. I can't get distracted.
Then the door closed on him because he's just stoned out. He's just like, oh, fuck it.
I think it's a little bit harder to kind of talk about Uzaki-chan because like there isn't like a huge major like plot going around.
No, I think that's also just like the main problems in most like slice of lives to talk about. It's like it's
Well,
just
I
kind
think there's a lot more to talk about with Rent a Girlfriend because there's like drama and then there's speculation between in the romance interests. And this one, it's like it's more just the two main characters and their fuckery.
yep, and just like good old wholesome comedy. I don't know. It, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, hopefully more will happen in Uzaki-chan, but I don't think it will. I'm probably gonna bump it down from a 9 to like an 8 for myself. You said a solid. Were you at 7?
For Rent a Girlfriend, I was at 7. I think with this one, I think I would bump it down from to like a 6.
You want to go
Like it,
6?
like it's good. It's not great, but it's good.
I guess I'll put the average for us as a 7. We'll put it as good. Cause I think it's still good. I had it at a 9. I was hoping for a little bit more, but now that it's already like episode 5 and there's only 12 episodes, then this anime is not gonna progress anymore. I feel like as like well, Rent a Girlfriend's gonna progress more and more, like as you said, because of like the love interest and like you really just don't know with the anime. I mean, if they're willing to put like a 3 minute beat session, what else are they willing to do? You know?
I don't know, man.
I really hope they don't do anything more weird. But
Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. I don't know. It'll probably. So I'm pretty sure it'll get topped some way somehow.
yeah,
I don't even want to speculate on the how part though. Nope, I'm good.
on the how. Oh no.
Nope, I can pass on that one.
So for any listeners who are gonna watch Uzaki-chan, don't expect much talk from us, just because it's really not much to talk about. I mean, we can talk about like the whole show, like in summaries, but we'd be giving away the show. So I guess I kind of gave away the show on Rent a Girlfriend, but there's so much to watch on Rent a Girlfriend that
Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about in Rent a Girlfriend episode to episode.
yeah, like we just explained the episode of the guy getting sick in episode 4 for Uzaki Chan, and that's basically the whole show, is him being sick. So like if we talk about that whole episode, then you won't enjoy it. So Uzaki Chan, we won't you won't hear much from us just because we will end up um, not we'll end up spoiling the episode for you, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, because a lot of it's like gag based humor and whatnot. There's some innuendo type of humor in there. It's a lot of the jokes are set up to where you kind of have to be watching to appreciate it. And if we like tell you what the jokes are, then it's like, well, that kind of just ruins it for you now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Are are you against me saying this is kind of like I want to say like Aho slash like Love is Hard for Otaku mix up? Like they're kind
No, I wouldn't go there.
of
Not even close. Definitely not. Like even like love for is hard for an otaku. Like there was so much more to talk about like from episode to episode because all the characters had very unique different personalities and like
yeah.
quirks to them. And main dude's entire quirk and this show is like I I'm lonely, and that's
Sure.
like what it is.
Yep, that is true. Okay. I guess I'll agree with that one, Benson. Any other anime you've been watching lately, man?
I've been watching a lot of Kuroko no Basket. Like I just finished up season 1 last week, which is
Okay.
a basketball anime. That's one you'll probably have to watch at some point. I think you'd like that one a lot.
It's a classic, is it not? People.
I think it's considered a classic.
Yeah, I was about to say like people really love that anime.
I mean, I really enjoy it so far.
I,
I
I
enjoy it a lot more than what I thought I would.
you're not really a sports anime person, are you?
I mean, I've watched some here or there, but a lot of the times it's just like it's kind of just like boring. It's like slice of life, but like, nothing really captures my attention about it.
I can
But
really
like
go ahead.
in this one, I enjoy it more because each player has their like own unique abilities. Like there's one guy who can't shoot, he can't really dribble, and he can't really rebound, but he uses like a lot of misdirection from his like lack of presence on the court to make these ridiculous passes.
Yeah.
And another guy can shoot from like across the court and make every single shot. Another guy has like an unstoppable street ball like style.
So they just have
And
to remember
another
what
guy
quirks.
can copy any move that he's seen.
Damn, so it's like the shotting gun and shit.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Hmm. I think you would like Haiku, because that's like the last sports anime I've been watching is Haiku. I just finished the fourth season, I guess, third, fourth season. But I guess you'd also have to like factor in if you'd like volleyball as well, because I've watched volleyball before, like in Olympics and stuff. So I was like, cool, I'll watch this anime. I thoroughly ended up enjoying this anime. It's kind of like what you're saying. Like each individual has like their own different quirks, you know. Like the main character is like really short, and you know he wants to be a spiker, which most spikers are like
Tall.
tall as fuck. And then the guy who sets for him is like this crazy like they call him like the Demon King or whatever, just because he can't handle his emotions. And he's like telling players like you just suck. You know, he's like the typical like toxic like Diamond 3 player in League of Legends.
You mean like every player in League of Legends?
Yeah, basically. You know, let's say like, you know, he's the jungler that like smites your fucking cannon and is like you fucking suck, bro, and then just like walks off.
What a Chad.
Yeah.
What a fucking Chad.
yeah, pretty much, dude. That's
I
pretty
would never do something so dastardly.
really. Hmm. I
No,
don't know
no.
about that. I don't know about that one.
Oh, that hurts.
You have smited my cannon before.
What? No.
Oh my god.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news Andy over here.
Oh, may I request an anime to you that you should watch? And I guess the
Sure.
viewers who are watching. Japan Sinks 2020 is on Netflix.
You were talking about that a little bit yesterday, right?
Yeah, it's you're not gonna like the animation. Let me say that much.
Oh, it's gonna be a hard sell.
It's not like CGI, but uh, it's also not good animation either. You'd have to watch the first episode, I guess. But the only reason I keep watching it is because it looked like it was gonna be like a nice anime, you know, like oh, like something's happening with the world and like it's somehow sinking and they're gonna find like a valiant way to, do this all together. And then the first episode, the earthquake happens, and then like the entire track team, or I guess to start with synopsis, and it's Japan 2020 in Tokyo. The Olympics are about to start. The main character is this high school track girl. They're having this meeting inside the track thing, and they're in the locker room. An earthquake hits, literally destroys the entire locker room, kills like all the girls except the main character. Um,
God damn.
yeah, literally, like in the scene, there's this girl who's like crushed in half by this locker, and she's like, "Help me!" And the main girl's like, "Yeah, fuck that." Bounces, leaves her like whole team behind. Somehow, her dad, she meets up with her dad up on this like park because he lit up these tree lines to make sure his family like sees them. And then it kind of starts off there. I don't want to like, you know, spoil it, but it's a really weird anime with a lot of gore and like surprises for me, honestly, because from like the first 5 minutes of the show to the ending of the first episode was so drastic for me, honestly. Try because I was suspecting like a decent, nice anime.
And then I was horribly, horribly, horribly wrong.
Yes, yes. There's only I don't know if I have any other animes like that where I've just been horribly wrong on like the whole show in general.
I've had a couple. Like Toradora was definitely one.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. Your line April was kind of a different one for me. I didn't think she was, you know,
Nope, we're not talking about it.
yeah, rest in
Maybe
peace.
one day, but today's not that day.
I need to rewatch that anime. I have a quirk of watching that every year for some reason. Ever since you like mentioned it.
Yeah, I do too, to be completely honest.
I need to rewatch Toradora. I've been sidestepping that anime ever since I finished it because that was a rough one to finish for me. I was like, such a good anime.
Toradora was really rough for me too, especially that whole last like 5, 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then I watched July and April the next day.
Oh God, what's wrong with you?
A lot of things. I made mistakes.
I haven't watched the Nisekoi anime just because they haven't finished it. You know, how many seasons is it? Like 2 seasons, but they didn't finish it.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah, so probably not gonna watch that.
Much to my sadness.
Unfortunate. That manga was really good.
It was so good, and I'll just never get a completed show.
Yeah, unless some company decides to be like, hey, we'll buy the rights and let's finish this shit. I'm really sad that I didn't see the original version of Evangelion because people keep telling me that the Netflix version's ass.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it outside of like they like changed the voice actors.
See, that's what I'm saying, and people are saying like, no, no, like, I guess it's like the purist, like people who like the original anime more. But I enjoyed Evangelion anyways, even with a different cast.
Yeah, I still need to like watch the Netflix version. It'll probably be a minute for me just because I keep like watching other shows, but at some point I will.
Uh, Anything else you want to say on this anime on this podcast?
I think I'm good.
I guess to give a quick sports update. I know Adam doesn't watch basketball much anymore, but playoffs are back, or they're about to be back, coming on the 17th. I know your Celtics are, I think, like the third or second seed. My team is the Mavericks. We are the seventh seed. We just beat the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday in a good game. So that's given me somewhat decent hopes to get out of the first round of the playoffs this year. I don't know how you feel about your Celtics this year. I don't know if you think they have a chance of going to the finals.
I mean, they could. I don't really know because I just haven't been watching this season. I probably just won't.
Yeah, I guess I'll just give you like quick updates like I am right now. But honestly, I don't know how the season's gonna end up, just because it's a weird season with COVID and all that. So I guess I'll keep everyone updated on little sports. Baseball might not be baseball pretty soon if there's a lot of tests that are coming positive, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of like talk that MLB will just stop this season, honestly. But I don't know if that's good for money wise for baseball.
No, I think it'd be pretty devastating from my understanding.
Yeah, people still say baseball is a sport to watch in the U.S. and I kind of agree because a lot of people are still baseball fans, but like I just don't think it brings in the revenue like on TV as it once did.
I don't think it does either, but like, I don't know. Like, that's not one topic I'm really educated on. It's really hard for me to say.
Yeah, same. I just feel bad because like I think it's devastating for the fact that there's a lot of teams that are small market in the MLB compared to like maybe like the 6, 10 teams that are like really known in the MLB,
Yeah, probably.
which kind of blows. But I guess that's the sports talks for now. I guess we'll get more and more into sports as seasons come on. I know NFL, once the NFL comes back, we'll probably be memeing every play of the Cowboys since Adam likes to meme me about being a Cowboys fan.
What? No.
But it's okay. We'll win the Super Bowl one day. Maybe in 30 years, hopefully.
You can always believe.
Believe. Alrighty, guys. We will see you next week. Hopefully we can bring you an update on Magical Senpai. We just haven't gotten to it, both of us. So
I think we'll be able to finish it by next week.
yeah, by next week we'll give you the whole review and give you that good old nice anime. So, anything else, Benson, you want to say?
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Please have a good day.